Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Throwing on first down is Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Sunday. Lucy.
Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
380. Move.
Here's Bortles to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Play action. Now Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Play action to Sproles. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Green 80. Mike 39, Lucy. 11.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And some space here. And there he goes again. And all the way down to the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. Stopped short of the 25, and that second effort got him a couple extra. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Mike 39, Lucy. Mike 39, Lucy. Hey, 54, Ricky. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's go.
The pitch to Fournette, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. On second down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Eluding the pressure right. And Jeffrey's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Hurts has it left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Calais Campbell in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Sproles. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Shorty, shorty, shorty. Hey, ram, 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 ram. Sunday.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They get it to him running left. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
380.
Bortles now on first down. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Shorty.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Now he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal. They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Wendell Smallwood with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
72.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
380. 11B.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this.
Here we go. 11. Green 80. Green 80. Green is it.
Bortles now on first down. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And avoids the contact by sliding. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Green 80. Green 80. 372.
On first down, Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Bortles now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Incomplete, over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And Bortles going to sneak it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
11. Green 80. Green 80. 372.
Now this time Bortles will throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. For the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Set. 380. Move.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Spread right, 72.
On second down, here's Fournette. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Throwing now is Bortles. And incomplete here on third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
There,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out come the Jags. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Green 80. Green 80. Spread right. Spread right. 72. And 54 Ricky. Green is it.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' 1st down. Bortles now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
72.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Mike 39, Lucy.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Lucy. Move.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Lucy. 72.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Bortles. Trying to lay one up deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
380. Lucy. Move.
Now Bortles, got to have this one. And that is incomplete. David Amerson is there on the coverage defensively. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Come on now. Let's go. Sunday.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On on 3rd and short. Smallwood. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Smallwood, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Hank, 380. 380. 380.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
380. 11. 380.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Sunday. Punch right.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Sunday.
And up comes to Smallwood. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Smallwood. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Sproles shreds the tackle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. A handoff to Fournette. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Fournette fighting through. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's a give to Fournette, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.